Say it. Canyon de Chelly. Hey guys, welcome to Say It. In Navajo, we'd say it for Canyon de Chelly. This place has immense history. It has a lot of culture around these areas here, and just the sheer walls of geology. This is pretty amazing stuff as well. That desert patina shines like purple up there. But yeah, this is my first time down here. Just thought I'd make my first YouTube video on one of my first solo trips that I've taken. So yeah, I'm not any pro by any means or anything, or I just like to dabble with photography, and I play my flute, and I do epic shit like this, bro. It's just great to be out in nature, you know, hearing the leaves thistle and just the wind against your skin, the colors. I mean, God, the colors. It's so green and red, and it's just so beautiful. In Navajo, we say Najone for beautiful. And in a sense like this here, I would say it, Najone ye. It's a beautiful canyon. Yeah, next up, ruins. Amazing. These are some hikers down here. Really puts it to scale how tall these walls are as well. I mean, compared to them, what you see right here, this goes up about easily 600 feet. People still live here to this day. Down here, they don't have any water or electricity, but this land here holds a lot of knowledge, and Navajos are connected to the land here as well. So they're also getting a piece of this too, which is amazing. You can see the ruins from far as well. They're getting a little closer. We got cliff dwellings, and we got some structures on the ground as well, being able to withstand the wind erosion for easily hundreds of years. It's pretty amazing. The architecture and the knowledge just to go into this thing here, for it to be stable and to withstand all its natural forces for so long. It's quite amazing. Now that we're down here and a little closer, you can see the structures better. I'm gonna zoom in here and we're gonna look at some carvings, because there's some pictographs. These are not necessarily carvings, because they're... let's check again. They may look like petroglyphs. Wow. Incredible. Like I said, for it to be able to withstand all these forces here. Amazing. I just left the ruins, played a song there, gave my form of offering to the land and to the history back here, and in any way that I can. I feel that is what I feel is right for myself, being a Dene, Apachean, and Hopi. You give offerings. That's what these canyons are known for, at least from the areas that I'm from. In the Antelope Canyon, Bagan, or Jadetse To Datsazene, or To Dahilene. Had a brain fart. I'm looking at a Jeep right now driving in the wash. But yeah, these are my way of giving offerings to the canyons. It's a tradition that I associate myself with. It's a tradition that I practice, and I really love the concept of, giving an offering to like the wind spirit, and letting the songs of the wind travel through the canyons. That's a little, I don't know how it may sound for you guys, but for me, I mean, I'm not even trying to be like on some sci-fi shit, but like, it's just cool. When you surround yourself around nature like this all the time, you have to ask yourself every now and then, like, how do you express gratitude in here? How, at least from a cultural standpoint, how do I say thank you? And this is a creative way for me to, display my ancestral roots. I always like the idea of medicine man and of Navajo, Hopi, or Apache, and playing the flute. You hear stories like that, and I just think it's so cool, healing with songs and frequencies, and it's all vibrations, and when you come down here and you hear the leaves and you hear the bugs and you hear the birds and you hear the wind, there's a lot of energy in here, a lot of good energy for sure, at least what I can feel. And these are the things that I try to align myself with. Of course, I haven't always thought like this, but the last 5 years now, I've really been doing my best to learn a lot about my culture and just practice some traditions, There was my offering, guys. I play to keep myself present. I play a lot where I'm from, and I use it as a meditation tool to kind of help me keep that state of awe inside me alive. I come from a place called Page, Arizona, and the geology out there is insane. And I have a couple of friends, and I know some locals who sometimes they just ask me questions like, "Wow, bro, look at this view," and they're just like, "Oh yeah, whatever." But you know, that can't be me. I'm not wired that way, you know. And for me to be aware enough to notice that beauty can be lost like that over time or something, you know. Like, I do my best to meditate, and that's what these flutes do. I'll tell you guys a story on how I even started playing the flute. So I grew up a semi-traditional Navajo. My grandpa, my Shiche, he taught me a lot of things about running and running before the sun and structuring your life in a way where you're setting up longevity and perseverance and integrity into your mind, your mentality. Because when you're running for so long and over time, you get those mental walls and you get those thoughts, and everything in your body is telling you to stop, and for you to push through all that and to get things done, you can apply that into anything in life. That's what my grandpa taught me. So he had me running at a very young age. I could say 3rd, 4th grade. By 5th grade, I was asking my grandpa to drop me off with his car several miles away from my house and him to follow me. He'll have a gallon of water and he'll park up on the highest point sometimes and just watch me run up the hills and park behind me or drive behind me, and just like Rocky, literally. But done that my whole life, and I stopped running maybe about a year ago when I did my last half marathon. But even then, I grew up running for a thing, or you were just doing it for yourself. When I was in college, and now that I do like any runs too competitively, it only feels right if I'm racing that race against myself. I don't race for time or position. Most times it's just a testament to myself to finish. But yeah, and when you run for long distances and you do certain breathing exercises or breathing rhythms, you know, you're basically meditating. And that's what I understood from running. And being able to mindfully meditate, even when not running, I applied that into like my adolescent years. And now that I picked up a flute about a year ago, I kind of put those techniques into how I play my flute here. And I don't know, that's just a fun way for me to be creative. Like I mentioned before, I'm pretty creative, and I think I found my own way of giving offerings, and this is what I like to do. So hopefully you guys enjoy. I'm talking while climbing up the Lighthouse Trail. Some people may have difficulty doing this, but I'm a beast, bro. So I'm set out to hike North Rim to South Rim next month on the 20th. Climbing this cliff here, 500-600 feet, compared to, I think we're climbing 6,000 feet out of Grand Canyon. That is the equivalent of 3 Empire State Buildings stacked on top of each other. So that's what I'll be doing next month. this is nothing for me. This nature walk, essentially. But yeah, I've never done a YouTube video, so hopefully I'm doing this right. Here we go, guys. White House Trail, all finished. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe. If you guys feel free to drop a comment if you've never been around here, or if you thought of anything interesting on my video, just drop a comment. That'd be cool. Very new to this, so I'm gonna try to do my best to upload more when I can. So we'll see you guys again. We'll see you later.